Well, it looks like we're live.
No,
We're live. Are we live? Are you live? Or is it Memorex? Who remembers that commercial? It's been a long time since
Memorex.
live. Yeah. Are we live? Are you?
I forgot to turn my sound off.
Good thing just reminded you to turn the sound off on that,
I
huh?
thought I turned it off.
Awesome. How y'all doing?
It's not.
Surprise on a couple of counts. Number one, we're live on a Friday night. Haven't done that in a long time. Well, Friday afternoon, excuse me.
Because it's 4 o'clock somewhere.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere. Never forget that. It's 4 o'clock somewhere. And also because, well, look at the background. Look at the backdrop. Not only are we in the RV, but we are not at home. we are at a Thousand Trails resort. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to my beautiful co-host to say hello to the folks who showed up.
You covered me up.
I thought I moved that over.
It's all right. I'm just teasing.
That's two buddies' fault.
Say hi to everybody. Weekend RVing is first. Hello, guys. How are you? Thanks for coming. We got Van Life with Gina Payne. Hello. I watched your video. It was so fun. That was so fun. Farm Okie, SLT. Uncle Lisa's Productions. Melnetti, Living Free Codeless. Jean Bainey. They were having a nice little conversation there. Bob's Adventure. And let's see, scroll down. They're having a nice long conversation. I'm not sure, we might have got everybody there for now. Nursing Our Travel Bug. They're in here too. Totally Relaxed. Hello, Papa Drew. Oasis Gaming. Hi, guys. Oh, I'm so glad you could all pop in. Yay. I hope I got everybody. Let's see. I'll check on here too. Oh, Artist on the Road is here. Hello. I'm so glad she's here. We always say hello. She always says hello to me first, though. I need to step my game up, I guess.
Okay. I know who it is, Kyle. Oasis Gaming is her son, Kyle. Oh, Talon just laid down at my feet. Well, I guess we didn't tell him what we were doing. We never told him our change of plans.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't.
I told him it was raining there. We weren't going to go.
We are on the western side of the state at Lake Myers RV Resort, near outside of Winston-Salem, right?
Yeah, kind of more like
Moxville.
Moxville, yeah. So in between Statesville and Winston-Salem.
So
Moxville.
We are on the edge of what's called the Yadkin Valley of North Carolina, which they like to call themselves the Napa Valley of the East. It's full of wineries, beautiful hill country, great wines, and also now distilleries, craft breweries, all kinds of stuff. So that's,
we got our list.
So that's, we got a list. And so that's where we are for the next, probably 2 weeks, no more than 2 weeks.
Hello, Susan, New Horizons.
It is great to be on the road finally. It was kind of a struggle because we were going to the East Coast, and we kind of told most of you guys that we were leaving, getting ready to head out to the East Coast, and then we looked at, Bertha reared her ugly head and started dumping rain everywhere, and we looked at the forecast. It was supposed to rain all for a week in where we were going to be. And I don't want to go sit in a muddy campground for a week and when pouring down rain.
And I don't mind, if you head out, because with weather, you don't know. I mean, completely, is it going to rain in the early mornings, when you're sleeping still, or, through the night or whatever? Or is it going to rain during the day when you're trying to do something? And so, but at 80% chance for 4 days, 5 days, we're no.
Yeah, because we're staying in Thousand Trails properties because we are members, so they're free for us. And so, but our max stay is 2 weeks. So if 1 week of that was going to be in the rain, let's pick somewhere else. So we went to the other side of the state. It was a little rainy when we got here yesterday, and we got a little shower today. But other than that, it's nice weather. It's an awesome campground. It looks like, even though most things are closed.
Yeah.
We have, they have a nice looking pool. They have a nice looking miniature golf course here. The horseshoe pits look good.
And they're lit up at night, so it's kind of cool looking.
But I'll tell you this much that we've learned about this particular Thousand Trails RV resort. And again, we're going to put a video out on this. So
the fishing pier is underwater.
Yeah, the fishing pier is underwater. They've had torrential rains here for what was it, a week or 2 weeks leading up to now?
It's been a couple weeks of just, the ground is pretty-saturated around, but it's not so much in the campground, so that's nice.
Yeah, because it is kind of hilly, and so, it's fine here. It really is nice, but...
Hello, Timmy the King. He said it's raining in Louisiana.
Oh. Yeah, so, it's nice here. We like it, and we got some great news. Well, we got great news yesterday, but I didn't actually see the news till today. The Air Force has extended my travel boundary. Not just me, but everybody where I'm assigned. So I was pretty much confined to the state of North Carolina. That was a new change for last week. Last week was when they made that. Right?
It's swallowed wrong.
Oh, look, you're laughing at what I was
saying.
Sorry,
everybody.
It's like, oh. And but then this week they expanded it to not only the state of North Carolina, but a 250-mile radius around where we live. So that puts us pretty much all the way down to Savannah, almost all of South Carolina, and most of Virginia. So we're expanding. The leash is being loosened up a little bit, I guess is the best way to put it.
Did you say Georgia?
Savannah, yeah.
Oh.
Literally Savannah. I don't even know if we could go to Richmond Hill. And for those of you who don't know where Richmond Hill is, it's like that far from Savannah. So, but we'd be able to go to...
I don't know how far west that goes either, because we looked at it, but I don't remember looking to see how far west in Georgia it was.
Not really at all. Oh, we can go to Augusta.
I'd say the circle shouldn't be the middle being Fayetteville and going out. It should be the top, right, is Fayetteville, and you can go down south 250 miles.
Yeah. And I see... Let's see, what's Michael's shirt say? It says, oh, yeah. Remember, everyone deployed. Every Friday is Red Friday. And for those of you who watched we used to do a Friday live stream. We always wore red. We always kind of explained it. And that is, it's just kind of a mood to remember those. I wouldn't say American military, but it started in the United States. But I think any country who has, military members deployed in other countries, should definitely jump on board with this. And it's just a way to show that you're thinking about those men and women who are deployed in defense of our freedoms, and also in defense of others' freedoms, and just simple gesture to make sure that they are, in our thoughts and prayers. So that's Red Friday in a nutshell.
So my shirt is red, but it's my Alamo shirt.
Mm-hmm. So
not that anybody asked what my shirt said.
Yeah. Well, it's actually kind of, when you look at it on the screen, my shirt is really kind of weird to read especially if you're looking at it on a phone, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But so that's it. And we were going to do this outside, but the neighbors right across the way here just got a huge storage shed delivered to their permanent site. They're working on it. And there's a yapper dog literally like 5 feet away that's just going nuts. And there's a bunch of other things going on around here. So it was a little noisy.
But for somebody having like an annual spot, permanent spot right across from us, those people have really done it nice. They got like, the big rocks that kind of go around and flowers and just, it's really a pretty site.
Yeah. Most of the spots here are permanent or annual sites. There's not very many available sites. And if you can see the reflection, and that's the reflection, the TV's not on. You can see our flags that are hanging off the front end of our RV, thanks to our Ghost Stick products suction cup mount flagpole, which has held up pretty well in the rain so far, and we know it's holds up into like 70-mile-an-hour winds. So.
And Susan, yes, I have the same issue. Coral colors. The red sometimes does come across as coral when you're on camera.
Mm-hmm.
But I still wear it red.
So we're here.
Reddish
we're
coral.
hanging out. That was our kind of our big travel announcement too. So we've got some big travel plans coming up that we can't quite tell you yet.
Were you telling them about the 1,000 trails here?
Not yet. No, not at all. Actually, really.
Oh, you weren't.
I wanted to watch the video.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I thought you were going to tell me about how many sites.
I don't know how many sites there are off the top of my head, so I figured I'd wait for the video. I know how many 50-amp sites there are,
That's
but
right.
I don't know how many everything else. So
sometimes we should talk about this stuff before we go on camera and live. But guess what? You get to be part of our conversation today.
Yeah, we didn't have a pre-production meeting on this one. So
I don't know how much she was sharing about the campground here.
But so we're going to be going out and about all week and filming. Well, at least
breweries,
breweries and wineries, at least breweries and wineries, at least breweries and wineries.
Well, you can't talk now, so imagine having a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah,
it will be interesting videos.
Yeah, I'll throw that one up. I haven't been able to see too many of the comments, but I saw that one. Yeah, we're kind of winging it right now, and you know what? That's okay. And I'll do that. And
secret.
But I think the biggest thing is we are camping. Things are opening up here in North Carolina. I know they're kind of opening up everywhere. They still got some weird rules that don't make logical sense in my mind, like how some businesses can be open and others can't be. Even though the businesses that are open are probably you're more likely to come in contact with a bunch of people. But you know, I'm not here to talk politics or policies.
Or in South Carolina, their swimming pools are open, but in North Carolina, they're not.
Right.
So at our campground, there's no swimming. But if I was in South Carolina at some of the ones in Myrtle Beach area, I get notifications from them, and they're all swimming.
Yeah, it's and in Florida as well. The pools in Florida are open. I don't know.
I like Wings with Ranch too.
Yeah.
Especially from Frickers.
So we got here yesterday afternoon, and we kind of went exploring a little bit, and we are literally near nothing. We got the list of wineries, and this is a partial list of wineries and breweries or whatever, but man, there is like nothing within like any. I mean, we drove 20 minutes to get gas, and I'm glad we did. We could have got gas a little bit closer, but Gas Buddy showed it was a lot cheaper to go another 10 minutes down the road, and we're like, why not? We're just out exploring anyway. So we got gas for what, $1.48, right?
Mm-hmm.
$1.48 a gallon, and
30 cents cheaper than back home.
Yep. And we found this mom and pop restaurant that pretty much served everything. They had everything fried. If it's fried, and they had some grilled stuff, but everything fried. And there's nothing wrong with fried food at all. So we got fish and chips. It was really cheap. It's like less than $8 for an order of fish and chips. And then when we saw it, it was like one of those styrofoam containers, but it was full of fish and chips and hush puppies and a big container of coleslaw that was off on the side. It wouldn't even fit in the container because it was so full of food. So we split the one and saved the other one. And
then you had half of the
and I ate half of it for lunch today. So that was cheap, and it was really good. So you can't go wrong for that.
Fried slot dogs, is that a thing?
Absolutely.
Fried slot dogs.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what you fixed the first time. You threw them on a frying pan.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about deep fried?
Deep fried.
No, deep fried. Oh yeah.
Oh.
A slot corn dog.
Where
is a slot corn dog?
I can't ever say his name right. The Fixin' Food Brad. Fixin' Food.
Yeah.
Fifth Wheelan. I think that I need to learn his name first and foremost. So I apologize. But I think he needs to get on the ball about getting a slut bug challenge done.
Yeah, that's right. I think he already has it up.
I guess Papa Drew is going to be.
So hello, Destination the Light Tower. You guys doing today?
Oh, hello.
And so we're not doing a regular.
Hey, Beyond Beauty.
Yeah. The other thing I want to throw out there too is, for those of you who hadn't noticed, I think I mentioned it in somebody else's live stream, we are not doing our normal Sunday live stream.
I have to be taller than the thing, otherwise I'm resting my chin on it.
Oh, here, watch this. There. It's like magic. So we're not doing our regular Sunday live stream this Sunday, and that's part of the reason why we went live right now. Is Sunday is the kickoff for the Veterans Charity Fundraiser that we've been talking about for quite a few weeks now. We're finally here to the kickoff where we will reveal the charity, and we're going to interview the founder of the organization. We're going to interview we're going to have some recipients, some people who've benefited from the charity, some veterans who've benefited from that charity. And it's going to be a 3-channel live stream extravaganza event. It starts at 7:00 Eastern with Wayward Wags. So if you're not subscribed to Wayward Wags, go check them out and subscribe to them and hit that notification bells and make sure you got the reminder set so you can get that notification for Sunday. We're going to come on at 7:30, and then right after us, the mastermind behind this whole thing, Jerry at Happy Place Diaries, he'll be coming on and wrapping up. Now it's one continuous live stream, but it's on 3 different channels. So it's going to be different stuff on each one. So it's not like we're just, one channel is going to, do 30 minutes and the next channel is going to basically do the same 30 minutes and so on. It's really one continuous live stream just on different channels. So there'll be different guests, different information put out, different challenges put out, depending on which live stream is going on at that particular time. So we are doing some special things for like top donors and things like that. So just, please tune in starting at 7 Eastern on Sunday. And that's a lot earlier than we normally do. But to get all the guests that we wanted to have on and work with their schedule, because it was really up to them. We had to do the times we did based on the availability of the guests. So if anybody's wondering why we went early, that's why we're going early. I wish we didn't have to.
It wasn't really like our decision.
No.
Personally.
No.
So we put our 2 cents in, and we agreed that this was the best choice.
Yep. So I'm very excited about that coming up, and there's going to be a lot of cool stuff literally the next day and going forward after that, either related to the fundraising effort or relating to our travels. We got a lot of cool stuff we got planned that will come out in big reveals throughout the next few weeks. We are feverishly making travel plans right now for.
I was just thinking we could do a Nomadic Fanatic video. It's closed for COVID.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's true. We could.
There's lots of things that are still closed.
Yeah, they're traveling Sunday.
Who's traveling? Ooh, there's our travel bag.
Yep. And we're praying for you guys too.
Haven't heard anything on that. Home front.
On what home front?
It's Friday now. How things went this week.
I'm confused.
Nursing our travel bug. If they heard anything about another job, if she's been able to look for something.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. I'm slow.
It's okay, honey.
Yeah. You going full-time RVing? Yes, we are going full-time RVing. We just don't know when. Sooner rather than later. We're going to go at it full bore, so we're not going to be out on the road going crazy. Even though like I said, the leash has been loosened up a little bit. We are going to now that the end is in sight, so to speak, as far as being stuck at home. Maybe I can be a lot more motivated than what I have been to get the house ready. And one things we're going to do is, I keep saying, Shelly's husband is really dragging that whole process down. She really needs to kick him into gear. But I think we have a good plan, because initially we're like, okay, we got to do all this stuff to get ready to sell the house. And then I came up with, you know what? I think we can, instead of like painting everything, maybe it'd be better to like do a paint allowance, because that saves us time and then allows whoever buys the house to do. Yes, she is. And that allows whoever buys the house, they can paint it whatever color they want. So we took that, and then I took it to the next level, which was, why don't we just get a realtor, let the realtor come in the house and tell us what we need to do. Do we need to paint this? Do we need to fix that? What do we need to do? And then go from there.
Hey, burning up the roads. Glad you could meet us.
If you want someone to watch your video before it goes public, how would you do that? You make the video unlisted, and then you have to email them or text them or whatever the link to that video. That's how you do it. It's really easy. So,
and then only they can go in, or anybody who has that link can go into it. So if they share that link, somebody else can go into it.
So it's the same spot where you can make it public or private or schedule it. One of the other options is public, private, or unlisted. So you just make it unlisted, and then you can share that link. Now, anybody with that link will be able to see it. And also, if you have that video, if it's unlisted, but you have it in a playlist, anybody who watches that playlist will still see that video as well. Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind. I learned that the hard way. So that's how you do that.
You also know who's running your playlists.
Well, you don't know who, but you know somebody.
Well,
else.
When they.
So we have a plan now, I guess is the best way to put it. Or we have a concept of a construct of a plan. That might be, or an idea of a plan. We have something along there.
And that's true. Unlisted videos do not count towards your watch time, so you'll have to make it public if you want that watch time to count.
Only public videos count.
If you want them to just like maybe review it to make sure you got everything you wanted in it, then that's a great way to do it.
Yeah. But I think, actually I know, if the video is unlisted, whatever watch time you have on that unlisted video, when you switch it to public, you get that watch time. So the watch time doesn't start from the minute you make it public. The watch time credit for monetization is whatever watch time is on that video, as long as that video is public. Make sense? Hopefully it does. And I'll give you a great example. I unlisted a bunch of videos a week or so ago. And the next day, I lost a few hundred hours of watch time on my monetization tab. So I was like, well, I guess I better not unlist those videos. So I made them public again, and I got the watch time back the next day.
The views come over, but not the watch time.
Yeah, well, from what I've done, the watch time came with it too.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know. I can just tell you what my experience was with it. But again, that's from having a public video, making it unlisted, and then relisting it. So I don't have any videos that have any substantial watch time unlisted that went public later. And most people don't either. So I don't know.
Hey, Lily. Good to see ya.
Who?
Lily. Journey via Lily's
That's
Life.
a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I know. She changed
Welcome.
her name there.
Oh, I know. I saw the video.
Yeah.
And I even commented on it. Told her it was an awesome name. Awesome name for an awesome person. Yeah. That's, I think, kind of how I worded that. But so what's, wait a minute, one more. No, I don't want to read that. So what's everybody else doing this weekend? We're camping. We are at a campsite. So we want to hear what you guys are up to as well. What are you guys doing either this weekend or coming up real soon? Who's got some cool plans coming up?
Is everybody just comfortable at home?
Yeah.
Except I did say that today. I'm home, but I'm not home.
Yeah. This is home. This is home.
Home is wherever he is.
Yeah, this is home. And we love our home. We are excited to be here. It was a little adventurous getting here. Not too bad, not too crazy.
I think it's just because after you haven't like put all the slides in, packed up, done all the stuff you normally, you know, when you're doing it all the time and you get into a routine. So we were out for 2 months. We were, you know, moving and doing this stuff every couple of weeks or whatever. And then we got home and we stayed home for so long, forever. Then, I mean, 2 months at home, you go back out and the first time, all of a sudden you got to remember how wide it is, how long it is, how tall it is, what turns you can make, what you can't make. We only had one part where we wanted to stop because Michael had a work call and we wanted to get lunch. And so we were trying to find an easy off and there was a Cracker Barrel. So we decided to go there. Well, we'll just pull in the Cracker Barrel. That was tight.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't make the initial turn into the Cracker Barrel at all. I don't even know how RVs would do it. Mm-hmm. And so we went up and there was like a shopping center and we're like, okay, we'll just pull in the shopping center. It doesn't matter. We have food, we have stuff. So it's not like we needed to buy food, but we pulled in that shopping center and then there was a cut through right over to the Cracker Barrel. So we're like, okay.
Yeah. And we get to the Cracker Barrel. And again, one of my pet peeves, it was on display at this Cracker Barrel. Now, indoor dining was still not available there, right?
No, you could eat inside now. Mm-hmm.
A few people could.
Yep.
But there was literally like 10 cars at this Cracker Barrel. I mean, it was nobody there.
Hello, Amy.
But you know who was there? Do you want to know who was at this Cracker Barrel?
Hey, Gary.
With 10 cars in the parking lot. Some person in a little car parked way out of the way where the RV's parking spots are. This little car was parked in an RV parking spot. Nowhere near, I mean, it was like one of the most farthest away parking spots you could get. That's where all the RV parking was. And that's where they parked. Instead of parking anywhere else in the other, I don't know, 100 maybe empty spots that were there, they parked in an RV spot.
Can you tell that's a pet peeve? If you want to get under Michael's skin, just go park in the Cracker Barrel parking lot and take a picture of it in the RV parking spot and send it to him.
So that was pretty bad. So Bob's going to be hopefully finishing up the installation job. Drew's going to do some filming and then go live and unbox a new piece of filming gear to review it.
All right.
Cool. So you're going to review it live? That'd be cool.
We might have to use our new piece of equipment.
We do need to.
That might be today. I thought it was going to be raining. When I looked at the weather this morning, it said it was going to be raining here from 4 o'clock on. And about, 11 or something, it started raining. So we're like, okay. But now it's stopped and it's beautiful.
I don't think they work there, especially, well, I can tell you, when I worked at a restaurant, if you parked anywhere where you weren't supposed to, that manager got really mad. And it was actually employee parking behind this particular Cracker Barrel. I mean, you could be right, but...
No, he did not park in front of them, so they couldn't move.
But not that I haven't done that before. But there was plenty of regular car parking literally right next to the RV parking. Like I said, there's like literally like 100 spots empty all over the place. But, just a pet peeve of mine.
Well, you've shared with them before about your whole taking pictures, right?
No.
No? You never did that?
No.
Oh. They used to take pictures of like cars that would park. The lines are here. And the car pulled in and parked crazy, or we've seen them even up on like the
curb
of where like the grass grows and stuff, and people park like that. So he had a couple coworkers, and of course, being in the DC area, you're going to see a lot of different crazy stuff. So like if somebody went to lunch and they saw that, they take a picture and share it with each other. And I don't know, some of that stuff was just so funny because I don't know why people park crazy.
Yeah.
And our Walmart, they park in the, you know how you have like your parking spaces, and then right at the end there's like the yellow area that's blocked off for like the fire trucks or something. There are people that park in that and go in and go shopping, and nobody ever says a word to them.
Yeah, right next to the handicap.
Yeah. Hey, meant to be RVing.
So all kinds of crazy. So I saw a few people here. I think I put them all up there that said what they were doing this weekend. I hope I didn't miss any. Oh, there we go. I missed that one.
Yeah, she's family time, right?
Yep.
And then watching Hippie show.
Yep. So yep, that's cool. So the biggest thing about anything is what family time. I know some of you may have had a little bit too much family time over the last couple of months, but being stuck at home.
A lot of people found out that how important that really was.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, after they kind of were able to slow down a little bit. I mean, we know everybody wasn't able to slow down. There are a lot of essential workers, and their lives didn't change. It kind of got more hectic, but there were a lot of people who did get slowed down.
Yeah. I don't think they're dating. I'm not judging either if they are. So.
Oh. I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't know. You gotta let it go. Let it go. There's actually a gold mine. Speaking of not speaking of gold mines, but we were. There's a gold mine nearby too that we drove by. We need to go check that out. Maybe we can, find our fortune.
I did buy a scratch-off lottery ticket and got $3.
How much did you spend to win $3?
$5. So I'm really a big loser. But
okay,
I did.
See, Susan's paying attention. How many trips you guys got planned and set up? Honestly, we still have some trips planned and set up from pre-pandemic, and I don't know if we're going to be doing those or not. But if you want to count those, 5 or 6, and maybe more, because the Air Force. I had some meetings to go to in some different parts of the country, right around the Mayberry meetup time in September, October. But I'm not sure those are going to happen now. Well, we haven't made up our mind. But first of all, we don't know if we can all travel or not by then. Hopefully we can. And even if we can, we don't know if they're going to be, if we can, So we'll just have to wait it out. But if things open up, we need to, and we can get the house sold. I've got to go to DC in September for the whole month, to work at the Pentagon, and 1 or 2 of those weeks in September, I have to go to Texas, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Like I already said, go to San Antonio, and then Austin in, I think, October. I don't know, something like that. So we got those trips planned. We're planning a trip to South Carolina in the coming weeks. Maybe 2. I love South Carolina.
Maybe
3.
in like a week.
we already got plans for that.
I know.
Oh, unless we cut these plans short.
Right.
We could cut these plans short. I mean, well, as long as we stay. Well, it doesn't really matter if we're not going to another 1,000 trails.
Right.
But if we were going to another 1,000 trails, as long as we stayed 4 nights or less, we could go straight into another 1,000 trails. But if we stay more than 4 nights, we have to wait a week.
I think they do that in case you get in there and for some reason you have a problem or you couldn't stay or something. Like, it doesn't impede you to go to another one.
We say hello to Linda. I don't remember that, but if we did.
Oh, Linda, no. Hello. She snuck in.
We're starting to slowly stop paying attention to the chat.
Oh, she's right up here.
So if we miss you, we apologize. Hopefully our moderators will be keeping us straight. But we'll see. But I guess my biggest question is, I can see it on your screen.
It's only Papa Drew in here today.
We've got so what happened to Nettie?
Oh, there's no Nettie. Sorry. Did I hear Texas? Well, our daughter is in Texas, so there was always a plan for Texas.
Yeah.
But there are rumblings of San Antonio and Austin for Michael for work. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not San Antonio or Austin, and Austin. So 2 different trips. Which, if that's the case, and the 2 different trips are literally a month or less, or a month or less apart. So if that was the case, we just stay out there the whole time.
Right.
Or somewhere in the general vicinity.
And we'll just watch the Wayward Wags, all of their videos to remind us of what we need to do.
Right.
We can do them too.
Yeah. And the other thing, I mean, the biggest thing we've been wanting to do, and for those of you who've been around with us for a while, we've talked about this, is we want to do routes. We did a part of Route 66 from Texas to
Missouri.
Well, I'm trying to think of where, Springfield, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a piece of it. But we really want to do the whole thing, start in Chicago and work our way all the way to California. And don't see that happening this year with everything else going on, but that'll definitely be high on our plans. And who knows, if everything works out right, maybe we can time it to where we're in Arizona around January-ish. Do a little quartzsite drive-by.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. As I'm not sure if we're going to go to Tampa or not this year.
Only if we have Sprint. Can we go to quartzsite?
Yeah, if we have.
Or if we just partner with Gina. That's Sprint.
Yes, Drew uses the blue wrench for good. He wields his power with love in mind and the betterment of mankind. And we appreciate that.
Dude, quartzsite meet 2021. Yes, people, it will happen for sure.
Yeah.
So in case you are unsure whether that will happen, he is letting you know that for sure it will happen.
But I'll be honest, I know little to nothing about quartzsite. Most of what I've learned about quartzsite was from Papa Drew and watching his videos that he did, watching the attempted live stream he tried to do from quartzsite, but they didn't have a good enough signal. Or actually, it wasn't the signal problem. It was the fact that everybody else was trying to do something.
So was he in the crazy bunch or the, kind of mellow, quiet bunch?
I think whatever group Drew was in, even when Drew's by himself, that's the crazy, wild bunch. So.
Burning up the roads. They plan to be in quartzsite in January. I think that's the thing. Is that I think we always plan. Mel Nettie should be there too. I think that there's always a plan, but plans have to be flexible because now we don't know anywhere, anytime, anything.
Exactly. So, it's really hard to make plans. I mean, you guys know this as well, especially you guys who are trying to, well, heck, even the ones who are just weekend RVers. It's really hard to plan because you don't know when or if. I mean, I've heard people that had reservations at like a state park or whatever that they literally just made a couple of weeks ago suddenly getting canceled because of the C word. And so it's really hard to make plans, and if you do make plans, you kind of don't really want to get excited about them because they might get, there's probably a decent chance, at least 50-50, that they're going to get canceled on you. So you don't want to get, we had a ton of plans. We were supposed to be coming home a couple of weeks ago to Fayetteville, but we've been home for a couple of months. And then we were literally going to leave because we were coming home to attend a college graduation and a commissioning ceremony for someone. And then we were just going to hit the road again. We were supposed to go to Disney in 2 weeks.
Thanks for stopping by, Amy.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. Good seeing you. So we were supposed to go to Disney in 2 weeks. we were supposed to go to Red Bay, Alabama, to visit the Tiffin manufacturing facility um, in late June.
Yeah, can we all just have a moment for our Disney trip that is not going to happen, which was our daughter's 21st birthday?
Yep.
Sad.
Yeah. So. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. That was our daughter's 21st birthday, and we were going to go to Disney and celebrate that with her. And now we're not, and that is kind of sad.
It is sad. I hate that they have to deal with tickets, and so they have to deal with the airlines and trying to find another time, and then you don't even know if that time is going to be available for you because the new systems and stuff with Disney. So so we'll just have to hope.
Yep. Hope. And
rest in peace, Disney trip. Thank you, Linda.
Yeah,
I needed that. Yep.
Yeah, and
I did wear my Disney pin though.
It's really, in a way, just as well, because even if everything would have opened up in time for us to go, like if they opened today, I wouldn't go. With all the crazy restrictions and everything else they have going on, and that they're planning to do when they open, just like most amusement parks, well, all amusement parks they're trying to open really, and you got to get the bugs worked out out of those things too. I mean, what may sound good on paper or in a trial run, once you actually put it into practice, it doesn't work. So I'd rather let other people, and plus people, I mean, we love Disney, don't get us wrong, we go to Disney all the time, we're annual pass holders, but a lot of people absolutely lose their minds about Disney. I mean, there's been people crying in the streets and everything else over the fact the parks have been closed, so much to the point that when the World of Disney, which is a store at Disney Springs, reopened a couple of days ago, there was like almost a 3-hour wait to get in. People were standing in line for 3 hours to go into a store to spend money on things that aren't necessities. So it wasn't like they were trying to go buy, milk and bread because a hurricane was coming. For those of you on the East Coast, you get that joke.
Bye, Lily.
I'll see you, Lily.
She's gonna take a nap. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger and nap. That's a good combination.
Yeah.
That's almost like a cheeseburger in paradise. That's pretty close. The nap can be paradise. But so we don't want to do that. That's a lot of waiting. If you feel the camera shaking, it's not me.
Oh, sorry. That was me.
Or it could be Talon, because Talon's literally laying under the table right there. So we are hopefully going to be doing another live stream. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. Depends on where we're at and what we're doing. If we're doing something really cool, I want to bring you guys along. If we're just doing something fun, we'll just film it and post a video. But if it's something really cool, we'll do a quick live. It just depends. So,
hey, Full-Time Dream.
Hey, stay tuned. Hey, Full-Time Dream. But we are just so excited to finally be out and about, and looking forward to continuing to be out and about, moving forward in our plans that have been put on hold due to the pandemic. And I'm just thankful for everything that we've learned a lot by being stuck at home. Hopefully you guys probably have too. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, but we're thankful, and especially I'm thankful for the support that we've seen from the YouTube community, especially most of you guys, especially you guys here on the screen in the chat and watching right now. We really appreciate you guys. I know a lot of you guys, call, text, and email us frequently, and that's very encouraging. And we try to reach out and be encouragements to others as well. So we're real thankful for the community, and we are ready to do what RVers do, and that's not sit in a sticks and bricks house. It's get out on the road. And Okay, I'm sorry. I got to lean forward to be able to read, so you have to excuse me. But I'm getting kind of giddy now because it's almost Talon. It's a little past Talon's dinner time, but she doesn't care at the moment this time. And who knows what's for dinner? I don't. Do you?
I guess not.
We're gonna go figure that out. We might actually sit in a restaurant.
I said that yesterday. I said we ordered it online to pick it up,
Yeah.
and I said I don't know why we did that, but we went to a park and ate it, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, the park was getting ready. Beautiful park too, getting ready to close because they closed at dusk, and it was a little past dusk when we rolled in, but we sat there for 10 or 15 minutes and ate, and nobody ran us off, and the gate was thankfully still open, and there was people still there when we left.
Yep.
So I guess the city was, giving a little grace to people, or they didn't care if the gate was locked or not. But we're going to go back there because they had a really nice dog park. There's a nice looking dog park here as well, in this campground. And
yep.
Talon loves a good dog park. She does. She likes to sniff.
So are you getting ready for Meant to be RVing coming up?
Who?
Yeah, Meant to be RVing.
Who are they?
One of our channels.
Oh, is that a new channel? Is that a new channel?
No. Hey, Doreen. Glad you could jump in. She'd like to outside seating. You know what? I actually like outdoor seating.
I prefer outdoor seating.
We're okay with that. And we'd probably look for that first anyway. But
yeah, and the place we were talking about actually did have outdoor seating.
Hey, Pause and Effect.
Yep. So that, and it's funny, Doreen jumped on here. I'll say this before we talk about them. Talk about a channel that's skyrocketing. She's getting
Doreen.
She's getting tons of people subscribing to her that are, thanks to a lot of people giving her shout outs on Facebook. That's what I think so. That's what she told me.
Okay.
And plus she, they're not my taste, but for you and your mom, they're right up your alley craft wise. But she does some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Very crafty.
Oh wait, hold on. The General Lee's coming by.
Oh yeah, we got the General Lee golf cart going by.
They even wrote it.
Yeah, it even says General Lee. You know what though? It did not have the Confederate flag on the top that I could see.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
If you're gonna replicate it right.
You should have been here earlier, Bradley. I already asked that question, and everybody's doing all kinds of cool stuff. What question is? What are you doing? What are you doing this weekend, my friend? And he had a pretty good. Him and Aaron had a good live stream going. You might as well never mind. I was gonna say you might as well have brought Papa Drew up, but I know he was at work, so he can't come up. That's why he doesn't come up on my Tuesday stream anymore because he's at work now, which is kind of sad. But
in that live, he had his headphones in and was listening.
Yeah,
I was working.
You're almost at 400. It's like you're growing by leaps and bounds.
Wow.
Seriously, that's awesome. You'll be at 1,000 by next week at that rate.
On motorcycles most of the day tomorrow. Sunday's a bit up in the air, but maybe motorcycles again. There's never a bad day to ride a motorcycle.
I do miss my motorcycle. I'll be honest with you. I'm comfortable with the fact that I probably can never ride again, but I do miss it. Because when I did have a bike, I rode it every day, unless there was ice on the road. I rode because the weather didn't matter. I bundled up and got on it and rode to work, and including when I worked in DC, which it's scary enough to drive a car to DC, and that was a 100-mile commute each way, and I'd ride my bike up I-95. Very scary, but
we did take a trip out to Cherokee.
In the rain. Yep.
Dropped the kids off and went.
Yeah, Doreen started at mid-April, so barely over a month old. She's almost almost at 400. That's awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Fantastic.
And then
Full-time dream.
Yeah, you're going to get stuck. Full-time dream. Everybody gets stuck at some point. Mm-hmm. From what we've heard other people say, really the 700s are rough, and that's where we're at right now. We're in the 700s. We can see 800. We can almost touch it. I think we're like eight or so away from 800, so we're almost there. But I mean, we kind of got to 200 real quick, and then we kind of slowed down a little bit, and in that 200 to 400 was kind of slow. Then 400 to 700 was a little bit faster. Now we slowed back down again, but you know what? It's okay. Don't worry about that. Just keep focusing on making good content, and having fun. I mean, don't make it a job. Don't make it overly stressful. Just have fun.
Linda Barker's at 389.
Oh, cool.
Yep. I think you get a little bit of stuff. Oh, 800s have been like an Atlantic traffic jam for us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it does feel. All of a sudden you'll zoom for a little bit and then it's like, boom, you're dead stopped. You might creep, and then boom, a little bit more.
Yeah. And like I say, for anybody who watches my Tuesday Tech Talks, Tuesday afternoon Tech Talks, is, we're all one video away from, 5,000 subscribers and 1 million views. I mean, you literally are. That one video, and I hate to say this, but the videos that'll actually skyrocket you the most are if you're around some sort of disaster, like floodings. I know Corey and Northwoods, they put out a video of the flooding that was in their area and got a lot of views. A few months back, the flooding in Tennessee, Camper Life and New Horizons both got a lot of views and subscribers from those. So you're literally one video away from, catching fire, because you get a good group of people that starts watching your stuff, and hopefully they like it enough to where they'll tell their friends, or they'll share a video out, and then that brings more and more, and next thing you know, you're a mega channel overnight. You're an overnight sensation, even if it took you 10 years, because that's just how it works.
Farmoki, I put our email address in the chat, but it's on our about page as well, and it's just ourepicrvadventure@gmail.com.
Yeah, and positive, great point. Yeah, it's hard once you hit a year. If you haven't had that 4,000 watch hours, it's hard because you start losing time on the other end, because for monetization, they only count the last 365 days. So it's really bad if you had like a mega successful video, like you had a video that got 300 watch hours, but it was 11 and a half months ago. So you're right on the edge, you think, and then next thing you know, you've lost 300. So
right.
Yeah.
We were talking about that because my mom is like super close. Like, I don't know. I think she's like 400 hours, maybe even less than that now. But to try to get that and be over the edge, and it's like that hump, she'll gain 25 and lose 10 or something. It's just crazy.
I think we're on pace to get actually both our 1,000 subscribers and our 4,000 watch hours at about the same time.
Oh, she said it herself.
Who?
My mom. She's at 36-33.
I mean, because we are right around 200 subscribers away from 1,000, and we're about 1,000 hours away from our 4,000. So we're pretty close. We'll hit them. We'll hit them. We'll hit them. And we'll hit them when we hit them. I mean, I'm not literally spending no time at all worrying about that. It'll happen one day or it won't happen one day, and I'm fine with that. I would like to be monetized simply because all the money we raise, whether it's through people donating it through PayPal or joining our Patreon or sending us a check in the mail, whatever, 100% of all the money we get, we're giving it to a small veterans charity of some sort. So we're never going to make any money off of YouTube, and that's intentional. But it would be nice to be able to make more money for charities that we support.
Well, and I'm just going to say, I don't care about subscribers, watch time, and all that kind of stuff, because, if you can go find them, buy them or be in a grow channel or whatever, it really means nothing. If somebody's putting out good content, they're a good channel, and that's it, period.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, Susan, you could go live all day, every day. And I've seen some people that do that. I can't remember who it was, but somebody actually went live and said, I think the title of the live was something like trying to get my 4,000 watch hours or something like that. And there was like nobody watching. And you can do that. And like I told some people who've done some marathon live sessions, either on purpose or that's just how it ended up. I said, those are great because you got a lot of watch time, but it kills you on the analytics side. Because you generally, if you do an 8-hour live stream, you're not going to get people watching you for 8 hours. You're going to get people watching you for 20 minutes if you're lucky. So your audience retention stinks. And because it was such a big disparity between how much a user actually watches and the length of that stream, it really hurts you overall. It hurts your channel overall when it comes to getting promoted by YouTube. So while, yeah, you could get your watch hours, you're going to pay for it on the other end.
Yes, Farmoki, Jean Bainey is my mom. And she's got a really cool crafting style channel. She does. She's starting to do a few lives in that, kind of help push some of those hours. And they've been kind of fun. She's learning. She's still learning to get set up. But once she gets set up, she does really well.
And for those of you who don't know, not only is Jean Bainey her mom, it's my mother-in-law. True story. Yeah. And yeah, Drew, there's another reason why I don't sweat it too much. Drew's made under $25 since he.
In California, that's enough for you and maybe like your wife to get a cup of coffee.
If you're lucky.
And for one of you to eat a meal.
Yeah. And and I think Drew's been monetized for a little over a month, right around a month. So $25 a month. I mean, you're not paying bills with that. So it's nice to get. But there's few people making livings off of YouTube, especially when you're looking at it compared to the number of people on YouTube trying to make a living on YouTube. So don't think you can quit your day job and make a living off of YouTube, because if you do, you're going to be sorely disappointed, and you're going to be really hungry because you don't have money for food.
What are you gonna buy with all that money? A toter, fifth wheel?
Yeah.
$25. Well, that's the thing too. If you're gonna give money to a charity or something, $25 is great to add to it, but that's not much in the check generally.
Drew,
to give to them to help.
I think some of your most popular live streams were the ones with the homeless people. Just live stream the homeless people, either the guy in the shirt screaming at people, the person standing in the middle of the road. And that was quality stuff. I mean, that was great. You had me riveted. I watched it. I'm not lying. I'm not making a joke about it either. It was funny.
I think if you have the right cam, so, the chicken cam, that was good. Just depends on what it is. If there's some action or something, then people like to be involved.
So if
we're getting close to
if one or more of my moderators could drop a link to
did. Nettie's on top of it.
Nettie with her, she reads everybody's mind. She knows what to do, for sure. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a little while. Again, we had nothing to talk about.
We decided to try Gary's.
Yeah, trying to live up to
go live.
Gary's model of go live and talk about nothing. He does it way better than we do.
Seinfeld.
And so, guy going by with fishing. Oh, I guess you can go fishing here.
Well, you can. Oh. It's just yesterday the pier was underwater, is what they said.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You can go fishing here, but the water is literally mud because everything's overflowed the banks, so everything's mud, muddy water.
Thanks, Uncle Lucas's production. All right.
Gary, she knew that. You didn't have to say it. She already knew.
Scares me. Didn't you say yesterday not to do that? Say yesterday not to do what?
I don't know what I say.
I don't know.
Or is that even directed?
Someone said not to have a live without a plan. Right. Yes.
Yep. We did have a plan. It wasn't a well thought out plan, but it was a plan. And
sometimes that's how it goes. But you also said to just cut it off when you're at the end. But then we just, I don't know. We decided we'd try Gary's. Our plan was to be like Gary.
You should have a plan, but it doesn't need to be a detailed plan. We had some ideas of what we wanted to talk about, and we were able to to talk about a few other things because of the interaction with you guys, which is what we love.
That's right here. I think that's what it is. The plan was vague. What was the plan again?
Exactly. There was a plan.
But I'm grateful because Doreen was listening.
Yeah.
And, you know, just like everybody else, you don't always take your own advice sometimes.
Yeah.
And you learn from it.
Yep.
So, all right. 4:59. It's time to head to and meant to be RVing.
Yeah.
Then after her is Beyond Beauty. Beyond Beauty's going live tonight too.
So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Check them out.
Again, we did have a plan. It was just a small plan. And if the plan only lasted for 15 minutes, we just stopped live streaming at 15 minutes.
I say you're fine. Thanks, Doreen.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Head over to Meant to Be RVing. Tell them we said hi, and we'll see you over there. Thanks. God bless, and have a great weekend. Bye.